winter is gone and we can continue on our tiny house.
Well, it's still pretty cold. But wait, don't you want to tell them what we were doing all winter long?
Oh yeah, sure. My dad was telling me stories about his travels and I loved the stories so much. And we found out that we have that in common, so it's the right time for us to fulfill our dreams.
It was winter in Czech Republic, so we couldn't continue on our tiny house. We had no place rented, I have no school, Matt has a remote job, so nothing was holding us back.
Once we realized all of this, we started looking for a country we want to travel to. We was sure together about Asia, but not sure what country, and at the end we chose Thailand because of its nature and welcoming culture for tourists.
We spent several weeks planning the trip, searching for a place where we stay, looking up the best flights, and researching information about visas because we wanted to stay for 3 months.
The whole process was so smooth and it was so short that we didn't even realize it, and we were standing on the airport and saying our last goodbyes.
We spent almost 24 hours traveling, from Czechia to Austria, from Austria to China to Peking. And then finally to Thailand.
We were so exhausted after the flight since we didn't even sleep really, but we checked into the hotel and right after that we went for the walk on the beach.
The hot season was coming, but still some quick rain showers surprised us.
I was never used to such a weather, but I get used to it really quickly because for me it feels like sauna for free all day. Not to mention that it cured my cold in a day.
It was clear what we're gonna do the next day, right?
Hell yeah! I was so excited to be at the seaside since I really love snorkeling and all the fun in the water, so we had to go.
We immediately bought a snorkeling mask, but it was useless, right?
Yeah, totally.
But despite it all, it was really amazing day. The next day, we rented a motorbike and went on our first trip on Phuket. Big Buddha. The sun was shining, the sky was blue, and the view from there was amazing.
It was also a great day for me since I'm an animal lover and we've seen a few monkeys there. And one monkey stole ice cream from a boy, and then his mom was trying to wipe his mouth and the monkey stole the tissues too.
And on the way back we experienced amazing zipline in jungle.
Oh yeah.
It was so nice feeling just flying through the palm trees.
The safety, I don't know, it brought so much adrenaline into the body and made it so much fun, since here in Europe we have everything super safe, and there was this, I almost crashed my head into the tree and everything. Wow, it was super cool. After seeing monkeys on a big Buddha, we were so excited, so we decided to go to another monkey trip. It was Monkey Hill, I think. Yeah, and there was thousands of monkeys. We really became a part of the community, or how to say, troop.
It's mostly a tourist attraction, but also some locals go there to exercise or just take a walk. The monkeys are free to come to you and just observe you, or I don't know, check if you have some snacks for them.
The people are scared, especially families with kids, because all over the place were images of bites. A lot of people had wooden sticks for self-defense. There were guys that were just provoking the monkeys, but we realized when you respect their space, they are kind of peaceful.
Especially those little babies were so cute. They even came to me, touched my knee, and were like observing my camera I was holding. But one baby was following me too fast and I was a little scared. What should I do? So I ran also away from him and his mother started to follow me also.
Oh yeah, I was ready there to protect my lady.
Bobo! Albo nie chcę tak. Ciałki. Bobo, mam jeszcze raz. Proszę.
Riding a motorbike was fun. The traffic there is insane, but overtaking all those cars, trying to get in the first line on the traffic lights, going right at the moment when the lights turn green. It was a game for us.
We never had an accident there, but yeah, one nice sunny day. We're riding on a long road, nothing around, and the motorbike suddenly just stopped accelerating. What the f happened? When we stopped, we discovered the belt is broken. So it was fun because we didn't even have credit or internet in our phones. So what now?
Luckily, some kind woman stopped by and asked if we needed some help, and she took me to the nearest shop where I bought a SIM card, and then she brought me back. We called a friend, but he didn't pick up, so we decided to just pull the motorbike and find some place to stop, leave motorbike and call a taxi and get to our hotel.
It was really funny because we were riding it like a kid bike. Some other Thai people stopped by and he was like, hey, you wanna help? He didn't even know English, but yeah, he somehow understood us, and I was just holding to his bike, he was holding mine, and we were riding like simultaneously. It was so crazy.
He helped us to get on some place where we left the bike. Fortunately, our friend called back and he picked us up. Yeah, we got home safely.
As I mentioned before, I'm really a water lover, and there were so much dive shops all over the Phuket. So we decided we want to level up from snorkeling and we signed up for a dive course.
I was a little afraid because all the course was in English and I was afraid that I won't understand something and I will drown, but everything went just perfectly. Our instructor was really kind. He tried to speak slow and explained us everything.
We had a few hours in the training pool and then we got into the sea the next day. We also had a lot of studying. We were studying all the evenings. And after the first dive in the sea, I got seasick and yeah, it was a funny situation. I was trying to be strong and like I didn't want to end the dive. So I a little bit pushed myself, and when we were 12 meters under the water, I threw through the regulator. Yeah, I thought at that moment I will drown, but luckily the regulator is prepared for that, so everything went out and we just went above the water.
We successfully finished our course, got our diving licenses, and we immediately used them. We took a full day trip with 3 dives, and it was like being in fairy tale.
First 2 weeks we were just enjoying and doing these fun activities. But after 2 weeks of fun activities, we jumped into...
Our main life goal is still tiny house, but because we couldn't continue, we wanted to focus on our mental and physical health. It was perfect time to do so, because when we are at home, there is always some family or work event, and all our habits are gone.
We didn't move kinda for a while and our bodies were screaming for help. So we started going to gym daily. We mainly did a cardio. And slowly we added some resistance trainings. We became a digital nomads, we can say. Just doing work, going to gym, and enjoying a tropical paradise. Over and over and over.
Until that day. After 2 months spent in Phuket, it was enough for us, so we decided just bought a plane ticket and fly to Chiang Mai.
First thing we did was rented a bike and we started exploring the north. It was really different than a Phuket or the islands in general. The people weren't that used to tourists, and when we met some kids in those villages, they were like really happy seeing us. And also the nature was really beautiful there.
When we were there, it was peak of burning season, which basically means that all farmers were starting a fire in all areas and the air was very bad. I felt like being sick all the time.
It's even prohibited by the law, but nobody cares there. They just start a fire and hey, let's burn everything down. Fun fact, we also read somewhere it's like smoking a pack of cigarettes when you breathe the air.
All flowers bloomed in February there, so we couldn't miss flower festivals.
One day we were riding bikes more northern and we found out in the area there are hot springs. It was really a big relief to put our bodies in the hot springs and then go into mountain steam kinda or a small river to cool down. We had a few sessions, then regenerated fully our bodies.
It was even better when very kind and strange in some way people starting to come to the springs, and we found out that there is a hippie festival called Shambhala in your heart. So we decided to stay there for a few days. The whole atmosphere of it was very relaxing, but on the other hand, full of energy. I was very scared to talk to strangers and I learned a new thing there. It's okay to be afraid, but when you overcome this fear, you can find out that there are so many interesting stories, life stories, and you can learn from them.
During the whole time in the northern Thailand, we drove about 1,000 kilometers on a bike. I must admit it was sometimes really painful, especially those 10 hours rides. But yeah, I'm still happy for that because we've seen places we couldn't see in any other way. Bouncing on the edges of a bike canyon.
Exploring a cave with just a small lantern.
Rubbing an elephant nose for the first time.
Seeing more hot springs.
Seeing the most beautiful nature.
Enjoying the most twisted roads in mountains. Even though we were tired as hell, our minds were fulfilled. All the discomfort was worth it and we wouldn't change anything.
When the saying goodbye came, we were already excited going home. Mostly because our little tiny house was awaiting for us the whole 3 months and now we were ready to finish it. We flew back to Phuket and enjoyed the last day on the beach, smoking joints and snorkeling around.
And here we are, our first trip abroad is over. If you have any questions, we will love to answer them in comment section below.
We're looking forward to sharing a progress on the tiny house soon with you. Peace out and see you!